Hello, welcome to Reading Sprints. I don't usually do them on Tuesday, but I've started doing them on random days because I got the full version of StreamYard now. I think the ones that are on random nights during the week, I'm just going to do by myself mostly, just because it generally means that I can get finished a bit earlier and I don't need to have to think about organising myself. I've realised it does look like I'm wearing pyjamas. This is my Beetlejuice cake-worthy shirt. I don't know if you can see it says I myself am strange and unusual on the back. So not pyjamas on my YouTube video. I am going to be editing Mina and the Cult tonight during sprints. It's going really well. I'm about halfway through my editor's edits, I think, and I'm also working on some edits that my husband's been doing with me. So at some points tonight, I will be working with him. At some points, I'm working on the edits on my own. I've also got some admin stuff to do, a couple of emails to send, so I'm going to be super busy. But I do have some really good books that I wanted to talk to you about, and if I've got time, I'll just start reading a bit of one. I'm really enjoying this one so far. I'm about, 3/4 of the way through. It's about two ghost hunters. I just think that my brain was going BookTubers. That's not right. About two ghost hunters who go missing, and a group of other ghost hunters go to track them down. So it's not really told through mixed media so much as like somebody talking about the videos that she's watching that belong to these ghost hunters and stuff like that. Yeah, it's good so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm intrigued to see whether it will actually go the ghost direction or not. I haven't found the answer to that yet. I've also just been sent a copy of this book, which I think is already out in hardcover, but this is the paperback, obviously, and it's published by Penguin, so I just got that today. So at some point I need to pick this one up, and I've almost finished reading this, which I'm really enjoying. I haven't read an adult romance book, well, in as long as I can remember, if not ever. Oh no, I have. I read Unjust Spell by Laura Wood that comes out next year and is really good. Yeah, maybe adult romances are a thing that I enjoy because I'm loving this. Maybe it's because it's got vampires in. I don't know. That could also be the reason. Let's see who's in the comments, and then we will jump straight onto the first sprint. For anybody who's not been here before, I'll do 40 minutes chat, 40 minutes chat, and then 30 minutes. If it's pretty quiet in the comments, I'll come on briefly, but then go straight to the next sprint. If there's people that want to chat, I will hang around and chat for a little bit in the comments too. So if there's anything you want to ask me, talk about, tell me that what you are reading, I would love for you to do that in the comments. Let's see who's here. Hi, Stephen. I hope you managed to make it. Hello. Ooh, I've never heard of that. Don't worry, I don't think you were late. It doesn't matter if you were anyway. This is very relaxed, as you know. Is that an adult book? Now I'm wondering if anybody's reading any adult romance books, whether I should be picking those up. Hi, Kasha. Are you planning to read tonight? Get a bit of I don't know where that sentence is going. The start doesn't bode well. Getting a little bit of reading done tonight, I think was probably where I was going with it. I have to admit, I am going to be eating delicious food tonight during the sprint. I have to warn you. I went for a spooky afternoon tea today, and there's quite a lot left over. So if you see strange shaped, spooky snacks and scones and things like that, that's also what I'll be doing. So I'm going to go to the first sprint, and then we'll catch up on the other side. Let me know what you've been getting up to in this one. Hello,
Hiya.
everyone. And hi, Shelley.
Hello. You
We've been
okay?
trying, haven't we, about trying to get on sprints together, and I've just been saying I've got nobody on tonight, and then here you are. Hooray, it's so nice to see your
Yeah, I
face.
know.
I've
I was
missed
like,
you.
I got done all early, and I'm like in my snuggly, and I thought, oh, I need to like have a bit of a read, I think. So I thought, oh, Amy's doing sprints.
I'm so glad you've come on. Thank you. I miss you.
Thank
We're seeing each
you.
other, aren't we, in a few weeks? I
I
can't
know.
wait.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
What are you reading?
So I'm reading. You know the Amazon did those short story collections, the creature feature.
Oh,
Ones.
yeah. I saw somebody else talking about them. I've not managed to pick them up yet, but I do want them.
Yeah, so I'm trying to use my Kindle more. So I'm reading those at the moment. Yeah, so I'm reading the Grady Hendrix one at the moment. And
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
realise it was
quite
author.
good.
I didn't know whether there were authors I'd heard of. I didn't realise that it was like kind of well-known people on there
Yeah,
as
I
well.
think there's Paul Tremblay, Grady Hendrix, is it Josh Malerman who did
Oh,
Bird
yeah.
Box? Yeah, that's it, and a few others. So yeah,
Ooh,
I'm enjoying them so far, but
I
I'm
need to
trying to
get
get
them.
it to motivate me to use my Kindle more.
Have you seen that they've got some point horrors on Kindle? I have ended up reading the odd one on there, when I've wanted to try and catch up, because I read more on my Kindle, and if I'm
Oh, do
behind,
you? I need
yeah,
your tips.
I don't know. I just find weirdly though, Kev, like it despairs of me because I'll be reading some of my Kindle and he's like, "Hang on, haven't you got the physical copy of that?" And I'm like, "Well, I need both." So that's the only problem I find, especially if I really like a book, I need the physical copy as well. That's my only
Yeah.
downside, that I do sometimes have two, and sometimes even three, because I get it on Audible as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit better at using my Kindle because my concentration span is just bad sometimes. So,
I
but with
like,
the physical book, I'm all right.
yeah, I think I like the fact that you can change the font size and stuff. So if you're tired and like you can change your backlighting, I feel like
Yeah.
it's quite good for that. I'm reading a book that I thought about you as I was reading it. Have you come across this one? My roommate is
Oh,
a
yeah.
vampire.
Funny enough, I have just brought that on my Kindle.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I thought it looked quite good, and I think Dustin told me about it. Said it was quite funny.
Yeah, it's an adult romance. And I was trying to think whether I've actually read any before. And the only one I've read recently is Laura Wood's I got on NetGalley, and it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. That's coming out next year, I think. And I'm really enjoying it. I've nearly finished it. It feels like a kind of grown-up Twilight, sort of.
Ooh,
It is a bit sexy. I wasn't sure. When I picked it
is
up, I thought
it?
it was, well, yeah, I thought it was YA because of, the cover and the title. And then as I started reading it, I was like, oh, she's in her 30s. This is not YA. And then I was like, I wonder if it will be sexy because of the
Yeah,
age
do
of
you
the
know what? I
character.
thought it was YA actually, just from the cover, I
Yeah,
think.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, I don't know if you can see the girl, but that to me looked like a kind of point horror,
Mm,
like Fear Street type of, like a
yeah,
vintage cover.
definitely.
So yeah,
Like Riverdale, kind of.
yes, yeah, in
Yeah,
fact, that's exactly it. That's closer than
yeah.
what I was trying to say. But yeah, so I in the first sprint was editing. I just remembered I was meant to send an email in that sprint. I'll have to do that in the next one. I was editing Mina in the cult, and I've just got to a scene that's going to need quite a lot of changes. And just as the key went off, I was like, oh, that's next
Oh,
week. It's one of
that
those
was
where I
funny.
wrote it and I've like had a better idea now, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
now I've had the better idea, I need to do it. And Kev's done some editing on it as well. So I'm like a disappointment in myself that I didn't think of it the first time. But have
Yeah,
you done
but
all
then
the
it's always good if you have ideas after, isn't it? I guess. Like, well,
yeah,
good and bad, but yeah.
yeah, I think, and you've just got to go with it. If you know it's better, there's no point in just kind of
Yeah.
thinking, oh, it'd be easier to
Oh,
leave it.
yeah.
Have you done any writing recently?
I haven't. It's just been so busy. I just haven't had time to do anything because obviously moving house and stuff. I just haven't. But I always say this. I always say I really must like get some writing done, and then I just don't. It's
It
really
is hard. I
bad.
mean, you do so much with the Point Horror Book Club, and I think this year's just been so busy for both of us. I think neither of us have
Yeah.
like drawn a breath this year and just been able to
Oh, it's
relax.
gone so
Maybe
quick.
New Year's resolution, maybe like set yourself a challenge of writing like so many words a day or a week, even
Yeah, I
like
like
50
that.
words a day or something, just to try it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to do something because sometimes I have these like ideas bubbling away as well, and like I think it's such a shame not to get them like down on paper. So yeah,
do it. I liked the one I
Me
read
too.
of yours. I've only read one thing you've written, I think, which I won't say what it is because it might be something you use later. But it was one that we talked to with Kim and Anne about.
Oh yeah, I've
I
still
really
got
liked
that.
it.
That's like in a drawer somewhere. It's like 50k words that I've just not looked at since. But maybe I should dig that out. I always say this though.
But it's really good though that you've not looked at it for a while, because the hardest thing
Yeah,
is that I'm on such a short time schedule now that I can't get any like distance, because I'm literally writing it, then immediately editing it, and then just having
yeah,
sent it. So it might be good because you'll be able to see it completely like fresh
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, because I bet that's like with the first book, like as you always say, with the first book, you've got all that time to put into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, I remember I said to you the day, didn't I? I found on my Kindle the very, very,
Yeah.
very first
Oh God, it
draft
must be
of
bad.
Mina.
That's the one where you just kept saying more blood, and I was like, okay, so anybody
Yeah,
like
that was
to
it.
I've got
More
Shelley
blood,
to thank for
Amy.
that.
More blood. But
It's
yeah,
funny,
but
somebody
that
just
was quite
reviewed
a
it
few
earlier.
years.
She was on about the
Yeah.
blood, and I thought of you, like, oh yeah, Shelley reminded me. It's funny, my friend Hannah kind of made me think about the agency of the characters and making them really strong women. Like, you helped me with the blood. Like, it's nice that different people have like had a
Yeah.
different you've all contributed to the world of
You
Mina.
can't go wrong without blood.
I say that in reviews, like if it's got murder and kissing in it, I'm just really happy. Like that's the only thing. This one isn't very murdery. Like there's some mild peril later on, but it's not
No.
murdery any more than any other vampire thing is, because there's
Yeah.
obviously blood involved.
Sometimes it's nice to read something different though.
Yeah.
Something that makes a change from the blood and the gore.
Yeah, and what I like about this is the voice is really strong as well. Like the main character is really like, it just feels like a real person. So I think when that's the case, I'll kind of read anything.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's just all about characters, isn't it?
Might have to read that next.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. But yeah, fair warning that it is adult, because it took me a while. I kept reminding myself, like,
yeah, that shocked me. I honestly did think it was YA. Yeah.
And
I would have had a shock.
I know, and people review it and like say it's great and stuff, but I'd not obviously delved deep enough to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to go through the comments and then we will probably jump on in a sprint. Hello. Ooh, exciting, Paula. What have you had done? That sounds very nice. Let us know what you're watching. I've just started watching Goosebumps. Have you started watching it, Shelley? Yet?
I've watched the first episode, and I really enjoyed it actually. So I'm excited to watch the rest.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I've watched 2 now. I don't find it very Goosebumps, I have to say. It feels like it's like more of a young adult type series.
Yeah.
The characters are older and the horror is a bit more intense, because I think the horror is a bit, I haven't read loads of Goosebumps, but it's a bit more like silly and kind of like in the daylight, whereas this is very dark and sinister, which I think works, but I don't know, I just find Goosebumps a bit different. Yeah, I think we've got, Kev said we finished the second one. I think Kev might have fallen asleep in the second one. No shade on Goosebumps. We were just both really tired. And I can push through when I'm tired, but Kev just like falls asleep.
We've been watching that Fall of the House of Usher, on Netflix.
Good. Yeah, we haven't got Netflix at the moment.
I'm invested enough to watch it, but I'm not sure if I like it. I can't explain it. It's like I want to watch it and I want to see it through, but there's some really good elements, but then stuff that just goes a little bit over my head.
I'm a bit
I don't know, that's just because I'm watching it when I'm tired, maybe.
Yeah, have you come across Yellow Jackets on Paramount?
I love Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, but I feel a bit like that. Like I find it quite uncomfortable watching a lot of the time. Like it's not pleasant. Like a lot of the characters are like doing horrible things, and it's really tense. But I can't.
Especially in series 2. Series 2 was.
I'm only a few episodes into that. We've just I've hardly watched any TV this year, unless it's something I'm absolutely desperate to watch. I'm just not watching it. So Goosebumps, like I've really pushed through and said, right, I will finish work a bit early today, so we can try and watch some. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Oh, still confused. I don't know whether Gideon the Ninth as well and Harrow the Ninth. I'm not sure whether they're books for us, Shelley. I feel like any book where it's fantasy and everybody. I think it's like
fantasy.
Is it sci-fi? Well, I think it's sci-fi, but a bit fantastical. And Everybody just says it's confusing, and I'm like, I don't think I can cope with
It would
confusion.
lose me a little bit if as soon as I get confused, that's it. I'm a little bit lost.
No, and I don't know. Reading tends to come at a time of day when I'm tired anyway, so I'm not sure. Hi, Esme. I'm not sure I could cope with that. Hi, Sharon. Oh, have you read much Darcy Coates before, Sharon?
I've not read any Darcy Coates
I think
at
you'd
all,
like
but
them.
I keep meaning to.
I've read a couple. I think you should read The Haunting of Ashburn House first. Out of the ones I've read, that one was a really good haunted house story and quite scary in places. The other one I read, I can't remember what it was called. So The Haunting of Lee Harker, I thought was okay, but I kind of saw where it was going, and it was one of those where the main character's on her own a lot, and I sometimes find that a bit boring. Like, you know, when there's character interaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've definitely got to give those books a go. I keep seeing them everywhere, and I'm like, why have I not read any yet?
She seems super popular, but I haven't read loads. I've just read those 2 so far, I think. Yay!
Oh, thanks, Sharon.
Oh, yeah, I saw yours, Sharon. It looks really nice.
I know.
Paul is keeping it secretive.
I want to change my hair to if you watch The Fall of the House of Usher, there's a character in there and she's got like really white blonde hair, like in like a longish bob, and I was like, ooh, quite like that. Could I pull it off?
Oh, I'm sure you could. I feel like I don't know, I've never been like high maintenance with hair. But
no,
I think
I'm normally not.
People who are into it, I don't know. Maybe do one of those apps where you can drag hairdos onto yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I tried that with the pink hair once and everyone was like, oh, that looks nice and purple. And
yeah, put yourself a blonde filter on and see what you think.
See.
Oh, thanks for coming on, Ellie. Yeah, I'm just doing them on random nights, so I'm not helping anybody who's trying to maintain any kind of schedule. Always a Thursday if you fancy it. But hello, yes, finally I managed to get it down, Caroline. It's been hard this year. Like Shelley and I were saying, like normally we try and see each other like every month or two.
Yeah.
And it's just not happened this year. We've both had too much
crazy, yeah.
We've just started an hour ago, so we've just done one sprint. There'll be 2 more, probably a 40-minute and a 30-minute one. And yeah, you can just drop in and out. It's very chilled. I do them at that time every time I do it at 7:30, so you can look out for that. Yay! Lots of Shelley love in the comments. Oh, thanks, Sharon's sorting things out for me before I get there. That's a good question. I was going to ask you the same thing.
I haven't, do you know what? I haven't had time to even think about booking tickets, or I didn't even know when it was until you told me, Amy, you know, when we was talking about meeting up. So maybe I might have to have a look and then see. But yeah, money's been a bit tight since moving, so it's been hard.
Yeah, it's not a cheap weekend, is it? So it's worth just kind of price it up and see what you think. I know you sometimes drive down, don't you? Which
so maybe I could come for like a day and then I could drive down, park up, and then maybe I could. I'm going to look into it now. I'm tempted.
I'd vote for
You've
that.
tempted me now.
I don't know whether it's been announced when I'm doing stuff, but I'll just say anyway. I'm doing stuff, one thing on the Saturday and then 2 things on the Sunday. The Saturday is just one of the signings because I've split my signing. Oh, is it the schedule's up, Kev? So I'm not revealing anything secretive.
You can say.
Yeah, you meant to do a 2-hour signing in one go, but they've been really kind because it would make it really late for Nathan. I just said, could I just do an hour? Because it's like one of the later panels on the Sunday, and it would just mean we get home really, really late. So they've been very accommodating as usual.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so I'm quite busy that weekend. Yeah, as it transpires. It's always the case with Yalk. I always got lots of. Oh, that sounded good, that one. I think it was is that the post-apocalyptic one, Kasha? I think she was talking about the other day.
Sounds like it would be, yeah.
Like a relationship in a post-apocalypse from what I remember. What was that, the goosebumps that we were talking about? I don't know. I feel like I've lost track of the comments.
I know. It's because we just like chat and then we lose track of what's going on.
Lose track of the whole world. If you're talking goosebumps, sorry if I missed the plot and it's something else. But yeah, I'm enjoying it more as we're going on to the second one. I enjoyed more. And I like the fact they're a bit different from the books, like I said, because they're sort of connected more than the books are from what I can gather, because I haven't read loads of books. I like the fact that the connections are starting to come through already, 2 episodes in. So,
okay.
And sorry if it was something else you were talking about, just let us know.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yes, that's when I read, Caroline. I read at night when I'm putting Nathan to bed. If I'm sitting up with him, I read then. And if I'm reading in bed, it's just ideal that I can have the light on and not actually have the overhead light on. I do like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I need to get better with the deals. Yeah, I do think once you get into it, I reckon you'll like it. Ooh,
yeah.
good.
James Herbert's The Lair. I've read that.
Is it good?
When I read it quite a few years ago, The Rats, The Lair. I'm sure there's a third one. It's gone out of my head. But yeah, I read them quite a few years ago. And I also read James Herbert's The Dark when I was probably too young to probably read it. And it scared me to death. And to this day, I still say The Dark is like one of the most scariest books that I've read. But if I read it now, maybe I might be a bit desensitized to stuff. Never know.
I need to read it. I literally think I might have just read The Rats and that is it. And I'm not a huge fan of rats or things associated with them. So it probably wasn't the best for me to start with. I did find it scary and I enjoyed it. But like you said, I think I was a teenager when I read that. Yeah, that's a good point, Sharon. I think it's really accessible, isn't it, reading on a Kindle? Like I quite often have got one hand free when I'm reading as well, so it's a case of I can just press my button. I do. Have you got the one with the button, Shelley, or is it the screen that you press when you read?
No, it's the screen. Yeah, the screen. Mine's quite an old one. So.
Yeah, well, my original old one had a button. My middle, I think I'm on my third one. The middle one had just screen, and I've gone back to a button one, and I actually really like that. I find the button a bit more readable somehow. And mine you can turn upside down, so there's a button. I think there's a button on each side, and you can use it as forward and backward depending on which way up it is. So it's quite handy. Yeah, I do like it, this one. I'm going to try. The last one got broken and Kev diagnosed.
I remember.
It just mysteriously got broken and Kev looked at it and he was like, yeah, somebody's dropped or trodden on that. I was like, small child in the house. I feel like at some point has dropped it, picked it up and put it back on the side and no one's been any the wiser. Yeah, so that one didn't live as long as it should have done. Yeah, this is me as well, Paula. That's it. We're book dragons. We hoard. We have to collect. It's an impulse that I can't seem to get away from. Yeah, I do. I need to probably reread the first one, don't I? And then, oh my gosh, Sharon!
Only 9 weeks. What?
I've just started buying Christmas presents, I have to say, but I haven't given Shelley a birthday present yet. I mean, I've started thinking about Christmas.
How busy we've been, but yeah.
I'm so excited to give you a birthday one. I really hope you enjoy it. I've had it for ages. I've had it for ages. We had a conversation about something. I went and ordered it. Had to order it from America in the end. So I've been like sitting on this rate. You know when you've been sitting on something and you want to tell someone.
Now I'm like racking my brain now. What we chat about that much, Amy.
We talk about so many things you're never gonna guess. Yeah, it's not just me, Kev. See, everybody else buys 3 versions of stuff as well. Because he doesn't read that much apart from my books. Like, he doesn't understand the compulsion. That's good, Sharon, because I enjoyed the second one a lot. I think I've just got to keep it separate in my head from the books.
There must be something about 5th episodes, because I watched the 5th episode of The Fall of the House of Usher last night, and I was like, actually, I enjoyed that episode a lot better. There's something about 5th episode.
Yeah, it probably is a point, isn't it? It's a bit of a turning point if they're like the 8 or 10 episode seasons that we seem to get now. Let us know if you want some help choosing and we'll try and help you narrow it down. Like I said, I'm enjoying Goosebumps. Wednesday is one of my favorite things I've watched in the past year or two now. Vamps. A few people have told me to watch that. I probably need to at some point.
Have you watched that Totally Killer?
Oh no, is that the one with the mum from Modern Family in it? Or is that on Netflix?
No, it's on Prime. It's got Sabrina, the girl who played Sabrina in it.
Oh no, I haven't. Is it good?
It's so good. Like, I really recommend it. I think you'd like it. So I'd say it's like a slasher / Back to the Future kind of thing.
Awesome.
It's really, really good. It's like just go in for a bit of fun. And a bit of, a slasher vibe, then I'll recommend that. It was really, really fun.
Okay, I'll add it to this for Halloween. We're going to try and watch a few scary films, but Sorry, Kay. I feel like I would be there with you with it's the Harrow the 9th, isn't it? I don't know whether I can do it, Sharon.
Well done for persevering, though.
I like complex. You know, when it knits together at the end and everything makes sense, but I don't know whether I could get there with that one. Ooh, Vamps. Other Vamps is on my list as well, but I haven't read it yet. I haven't heard of The Suffering. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Good luck, Kay. You're better than me and Shelley.
Yeah.
Let us know what that's like. I keep looking at Asthma. I've literally picked that up about 4 times and gone, I'm not meant to be buying books.
I think I've seen the cover for that.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Is it a girl that looks like she's coming out of some water?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's like a ballet horror. It sounds really good. I think
good.
Depending what Asma says, I might have to take that as my sign toward it. Yes, I mean, Kasha votes for it as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to know how many books I had to unhaul as well after I moved. So we didn't have time before I moved. We just literally put them in boxes. And then after I moved, I had to unhaul them. And oh God, I had to do it in like a 4 or 5 stage process. It just took so long. And
it gives me palpitations, the thought of moving. Like,
I listened to some advice you gave me ages ago, Amy. I think you said, like, if I've outgrown it, or you know, it's something that's been on my shelf for like way too long and I still haven't read it, then it's got to go.
I wish I could take my own advice in that case. It's so nice. Do you know what Yelp last year was? Literally, I would take a step and say hello to the next person and take a step and like see people like that I know from like authors I know. I'd see like people from like blogging and BookTube. It's like there's been so many incarnations of my like career in books. I seem to know like loads of people, and it was lovely, and it was nice for Nathan. It is the Young Adult Literary Convention. How many times have I said it? And I didn't actually think about what it stands for. It's at London Film and Comic Con. It's usually in July, but it's been moved to November this year because there've been some issues with the building. I think it got knocked down.
Some building works or something.
Yeah, so it's in a bit of an in-between stage, and it's just 2 days instead of 3 days. But there's loads of great white authors go. I'm biased because I'm one of them. But yeah, there are lots of great authors.
It's really nice to meet people as well, and people you've been talking to online and stuff.
It is. It's good to like networking. I mean, we met there for the first time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Chatted. I met my agent there. I met my publisher there. So it's really good. And Kev was just saying it's back to July next year. So if anybody's
a
new date, I actually quite like that again. Well, I was going to say I like the winter because it might be a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
The short story, Shelley. Sorry.
Oh, the short stories. So I've read Paul Tremblay's. I can never say his name properly. I don't know every time. But I've read his. That was okay. I quite liked it. And then I'm just starting the Grady Hendrix one. So that's my second one. So I'll let you know.
Do you buy them separately, or do you buy them as like one pack?
I think I've got Kindle Unlimited, and I think I got them on with the Kindle Unlimited.
Okay.
You can buy them. I think they are to buy separately. I think they're like $1.99 each.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't like when you pay like full book price and then it comes and it's like 20
pages. Yeah, they are really short. They're very, very short.
Yeah. Oh, I think I might need to get I quite like the idea of them being one at a time, that I can just get one and read it. That's the one that Kash was talking about. That does sound really good. I never know with post-apocalyptic though whether it feels a bit close to the bone sometimes. I'm like, because it made me think that this is actually going to happen. Yes. Conversation definitely. No, I actually I didn't know it was going to be a game show based on it. I haven't seen Squid Game yet. I'm literally so behind.
I've never seen it at all either, only because I was too wimp when it came out, even though I like horror.
It's really good. I just haven't got around to it. Literally, I can only watch things that I'm absolutely sure I'm going to be obsessed about at the moment because I haven't got time.
Domain. It had gone. I've got them down there somewhere as well. I probably could have just turned around and had to look, but thank you.
Another vote for Totally Killer and another vote for Totally Killer.
It was so good.
We need to watch it. The best teen slasher in years, says Caroline. We need to watch that at Halloween.
It was really good.
Oh, awesome. That's why
Oh.
maybe not heard of it. To be fair, I haven't heard of every book or every author, but I'll have to check that out. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
Oh yeah, there's been
Oh.
so is it I want to remember, is it Edgar Allan Poe, the original story? I get really mixed up about classic fiction.
Oh, so Edgar Allan Poe is the Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah.
And then Robert McCammon, yeah, he wrote Usher's Passing, which I've got it somewhere.
I
Oh,
haven't
it's
read
just at
any.
the back here.
Have you read
Yeah.
any Robert McCammon books yet?
No, I think I brought Usher's Passing and Mystery Walk
Yeah.
to read, and then they go on the shelf and go,
Yeah,
read me.
there's a TikTok of that, isn't there? Okay, buddy, on the shelf you go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh dear. But yes, I haven't read any yet, but I really want to.
No, I know Kelsey from Simon Slashes always talks about Robert McCammon, and every time she does so passionately, I'm like, I need to read one, and then I instantly forget. I love Idle Hands. Have you watched that, Shelley?
What a
It's
good
so
film.
good. It's
I'll
so
have to rewatch
funny.
that now.
The soundtrack's amazing. It's got the Offspring, like the real Offspring, play the high school dance in it. For anybody who's not watched it, that's a good enough reason.
Oh, I'm going to rewatch that.
Yeah, it's so funny and silly. It's got Seth Green in and Devon Sawyer and Jessica Alba, I think.
I think it is Jessica Alba. Yeah.
He's the girl of interest. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
I need to read more Poe. I've got one collection of his stories, and I read quite a few of them. And the poems.
I'm interested more now. I've been watching the series, I think, to read a bit more.
Love vampire. Are they vampire books or vampire films? Either way, I probably need them. I don't. I keep thinking about this, but I've got too many subscriptions. I don't think I can get another one. Like I can't justify another one.
I've got a free trial of it at the moment, so maybe I'm going to have a look at that Suffering, I think.
Yeah, maybe if that might be the way to get around it, but then I'll forget to cancel it when I'm tired. This is how I end up with most of my subscriptions. I did that with Paramount.
That's what happened to me as well.
6 months later, I've still got it. Oh yeah, Kev has just reminded me. I've got a new background if anybody wants to see it. It is the full cover of my new book.
I thought it was. I was sitting here looking at it thinking that looks familiar.
Yeah, I'm just going to take me and Shelley off so you won't be able to hear us for a second. I will add us back on, but just so you can have a look. So this is a black and white version of the Mina and the Cult cover that's like the fully illustrated one that the illustrator for UClan, Fred Gambino, has done. I'm just going to take us off for once. So there you are, your little 1 second look at the...
Oh, it's cool.
I don't want to say what it is in case you can't tell. But yeah, the trees might give you a clue about one of the settings from the book. You can see like the tree at the bottom under the 4 characters. And my 4 main characters got to be on it. I asked if they could be. And they were like, oh, it's a lot of characters. Let's see. And they did it. I'm so glad.
No, it looks so good. And the colour of it as well. Oh.
Yeah, I'm really happy. UClan picked the first cover because I was clueless at that point. And I didn't I gave them some example covers that I liked. And I think they went for like the Anna dressed in blood sort of vibe. And then I picked the purple and the teal. So I'm lucky that they totally listened to me because that doesn't always happen. Thank you, everyone. I do too. And it looks good in black and white, actually. Kev did that. I literally haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah, it does look good in black and white.
Yeah, I haven't looked properly at the full cover, actually, because Becky, the designer, sent it over and Kev obviously took it, did it, and I haven't even had a chance to... I sent her a thank you, but didn't even open the link, such is my life. Right, I think it's time for a sprint. I have caught up with all the comments. I've enjoyed the chat. I think it's time to focus now. Kev doesn't look very dressed, but I'm going to do some work with Kev, so I might go and sit that way with him. So if I vanish for a little bit, that's where I am. Kev's helping me do some editing. So we'll do another 40-minute one, and then we will see you on the other side.
See you in a bit.
Hello. Sorry, I wasn't quite ready then.
That cat gets me every time, you know.
I thought you were quite prepared last time. You seemed to be like...
I know, last time I was all right, and then this time I looked, and then I got engrossed in what I was doing.
How's the Grady book going? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I'm not going to put my feet on the floor in the middle of the night anymore. So it's called the ankle snatcher.
Oh, God.
So it's basically like the thing that lives under the bed, and it's hard not. I won't give away too much because obviously it's only short. But something happened to his mom when this character was younger, and they didn't know whether it was the dad or this thing that lived under the bed. So it's kind of like exploring that. It's quite interesting.
Creepy. That's really creepy. It reminds me a bit. I haven't read or watched The Boogeyman because the Stephen King short story, because I tried it and I was like, oh, young child involved. Nope. But I think that's a similar thing. Like, is the Boogeyman a person? Is it a supernatural entity?
So it's interesting. I think I'll finish it soon and then I'll go on to the next one.
Nice.
I'm persevering with my Kindle. Come on.
Yay! You can do it. I believe in you. I think I might have a quick look and just get them ordered. The one saving grace is that on my phone, for whatever reason, I can't order directly to my Kindle. I don't know whether that's all phones or just take something, but it's good because it means that, you have to like think and decide if you actually really want something. Yeah, I had a good sprint. I sent the email that I need to send. Sometimes you think an email's going to be difficult and like you don't know exactly how to word something, and then it kind of fine, and you're like, it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. It was just onto my agent, but she'd written quite a long email, and I thought I'd have to kind of address different things she'd said, but actually a lot of it was much of the same. So I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's good then.
So I thought it was going to take me like the whole sprint, and it was really quick. So
I always like that when a task is quicker than what you think in your head.
Yeah, it's never that normally, is it? It's normally the exact opposite. And then I did some edits. I am getting some tricky scenes now. I'm at, what page am I at? Well, with Kev, I'm like 200 pages in of like 280.
Yeah.
On my own edits, I'm a little bit further back, but I'm getting to that point, like the halfway through point where my books seem to like take off and start running, and like it's running away with me a bit. I find the action difficult. I'm much better at like sitting and eating nice snacks or watching films like that. I can cope with. It's the action things.
Snuggly time.
Yeah,
that's why I'm in my little hoodie tonight, because I'm like all snuggled up.
I keep looking at them. There's all different versions, isn't there? I've just bought Nathan an amazing thing that I expected to be like a hoodie length, and it's almost floor length, so it looks like he's wearing a long stitch dress with a big hood on. It's really cute, and it was from Asda, so it's pretty cheap too. And I bought him like a penguin onesie because we're just anticipating like cold winter, expensive heating, just trying to.
No, that's it. Definitely saves the heating.
So it was an Oodie, is it called?
Yeah, well, it's just like a fleecy thing. It's got a little hood on it, so it keeps you warm. Like batten down the hatches.
I think I need something of that description. I used to have a onesie, and I think I got rid of it because our house was too hot. I don't think there's any danger of that this year. I used to love cranking the heating up, and now I think we're just got to be a bit careful, aren't we, and stuff like that. So
definitely.
I think I need to get one. You'll see me in a future sprint. I did realise on this one that I looked like I was wearing pajamas, but I'm wearing my Beetlejuice. I don't really can see the little photograph. It's very cute. It says on the back, I myself am strange and unusual.
I think you've shown me that before. Yeah, I think maybe when you got it.
It looks a bit pajama-y when you can just see this one. You can sit casually in your pajamas if you want.
We're all friends here.
Yeah, exactly. I think most people wear pajamas bottom half. I'm actually wearing jeans.
I've got leggings on, so.
But I'm glad you're enjoying that. I think I might start by downloading that one just because it's the known.
Just see what you think, and then see what you think on it. But I'm enjoying it so far. But I think because I've started, I'm still reading the stories in A Taste of Darkness, but it's really given me a taste for like short stories, especially around this time of year, like in the lead up to Halloween, where you just like short, snappy stories you can read like one a night, and then just scare yourself to death before bed.
I tend to read anthologies quite slowly because you don't get that compulsion, I don't think, to read. Like when you're reading a novel and you get to the cliffhanger, so you have to read the next one. Like an anthology, you can read the next one if you want, but you kind of stop. So I did that with Cameron Chaney's Autumn Crow.
Oh,
I think it was last Halloween. I read one a night, and they were so good, but at the same time, I didn't feel that like like with Fresh Hell, I felt like I have to know, come on.
Yeah.
I just stopped at each story and was like, one is a good amount to read tonight. I'm fine with that. I really want to read that Read, Scream, Repeat that Kat Ellis has got a story in.
Yeah, that's another one.
I think
it's like it's middle grade, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
It's Kat's middle grade debut. And
Yeah.
there's a few middle grade authors I'm familiar with, like Aisha Bushby and my brain's gone blank. Elle McNichol, is she called, that wrote A Kind of Spark, things like that.
Yeah.
Who I don't think normally writes horror, but interesting, I chatted to her at Mia's launch and she was talking about middle grade horror, that saying that it's something that she thinks has like got real potential to kind of explode, and she was right, because that was like a couple of years ago. It does seem to be like doing really well. But yeah, I really wanted to read that this month and I've just not managed, because I'm trying to read, you know, it's like when you're doing events with people, you've done it as a blogger and you're like interviewing a few people and you want to make sure all of their books. So all of the books I'm reading at the moment are either people I'm interviewing or like being interviewed with over the next couple of months. So the things apart from this, which I had on my Kindle because it was 99p, so I find Kindle stuff I can get through faster. I'm trying to read like my physical books that I know I need to read.
Yeah, you've always got an ambitious TBR. I'm always in awe. I'm like,
no,
Amy, you're going to read so much.
Because I'm not. That's the secret. I'm not. I put 13 books on and I read a maximum of 8, so I fail every
I like
month.
how you put 13 on those, like a spooky number for a spooky
Not intentionally, it just always seems to happen that way. I think I start with 10 thinking 10 is feasible. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just add that. And then that comes in the post that day. And before you know it, you've got a ridiculous stack. But I think next year I'm going to try and be like less ambitious. But I say that and then it doesn't happen. I've had a really rubbish year for reading. Like I've read some really good books, but I've just not read as much as I normally do. And I think I enjoy it.
The same this year. Exactly the same. Yeah, it must be something in the air.
Life stuff. I think we've had like life stuff and work stuff. Like we've both had kind of a lot going on with those things, haven't we? Like moving house and.
But I definitely think like reading A Taste of Darkness is maybe like a new tradition for me. Like now every October to read like short stories. I've just really enjoyed reading them and just been good. So I think I might try and do that every October now, like a new anthology or something.
Ooh,
you just need to bring out one every October, Amy.
I really hope that's what's Scholastic one, because I'm all in favour of that.
Yes, please.
Have you read one called Slasher? I'm going to get this the wrong way around. I think it's Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, but it could equally be Slasher Boys and Monster Girls.
I've read some of the stories in there. It's at the top up there somewhere.
Really,
the cover always freaks me out, so I put it far away.
I know, it's really scary. I really want to reread that, because I only had it on my Kindle and I recently got a physical copy of it just because I've always really liked it. And I meant to read that this season, but then again, it's not happened. Too busy. Let's see what the people in the comments. I don't know if it's subtitled. I won't be able to cope if it's not subtitled, but I have got a bit better at watching subtitled things. But I just can't be tired when I do it, because I can't.
Yeah, as long as I'm not tired, I can do it normally, generally. If I'm tired, then no.
We got quite into K-dramas at one point, but I've not watched any since Nathan was born, just because I only watch TV late at night now and I just can't manage. Hi, thank you for coming on. Oh, yeah, I did have a day like that as well, Paula, so I know what that's like. Is this one of those, it's half term, so you rushed off your feet days, which is lovely, really lovely half term, but it's just so busy.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Sherlock Holmes and Count Dracula.
I like the sound of that. I'm going to bookmark that comment. I love the Sherlock Holmes stories I've read, and obviously love Count Dracula. Is that saying?
That sounds good.
I like the sound of that. Thank you for the recommendation. Oh, you'll get that done in the next sprint. That's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you would think that that's something that somebody would have put on TV or in a film by this point. Hi.
Hello. Oh, cute cat picture.
I think people are recognizing people they know in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Udi, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I keep looking at them. They're just more expensive than I feel like they should be. I'm sure they're amazing, but I'm like, Oh, the cat's going. Sorry, I forgot to stop the cat. Sorry, everyone.
You was about to give me a heart attack again.
Sorry. It does you're supposed to be sprinting now. Like, remind if you don't click
Oh.
it. Renee and Asma just chatting.
Oh.
Oh,
Dark
yeah.
Harvest.
I keep seeing that. Is that the one with the creepy? I feel like there's creepy pumpkin or something on there.
Yeah, like on
Creepy
the
scarecrow,
book
is
cover,
there?
it looks like a pumpkin, I think, doesn't it?
I'm being reminded of all the stuff I want to read. This is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like something that Fairy Loot would have.
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out. I think it came out a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
So
I think it was a couple of months ago when I got it.
It might have been that a Fairy Loot, they tend to get them a little bit early, don't they?
Yeah.
It was like a summer Fairy Loot or something. I reckon you'd like it, Paula.
I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah, I think you should. And the next sprint, I'm meant to be doing some Mina editing, but I am also going to be looking up Dark Harvest because I always forget the title. I've gone through it a few times, and now I've said it, I'm like, I'm actually going to put it on my list now while I remember.
Yeah.
And what are they called, the ones that you were talking about? Creature.
So they're the Amazon creature feature. If you put the Ankle Snatcher by Grady Hendrix in, and then that will come up, and then you'll see the rest of them.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do
Joe
it.
Hill's done one as well called The Pram.
I love Joe Hill.
Yeah, I like Joe Hill.
How did I not know that it was by those authors? I don't know why. I think I just assumed it sounded like an indie horror thing to do, which is, fine, and I would read it. But I think if it was Joe Hill, Grady Hendrix, I would read it.
Yeah, that's it. And it's such a shame they haven't done like physical releases of them because the covers are really cool.
Yeah,
like really pulpy and neon and that.
To be fair, I probably would have instantly gone for it if it was physical.
Yeah.
Oh, included with my Prime membership.
Oh, there you go.
Because I don't have.
Oh yeah, so if you've got Prime, you can read you can borrow like 10 books if they're part of Kindle Unlimited or something. I think.
I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to try that and see if I get charged for them. The Joe Hendrix ones have come up at the top, so okay, that's what I'm going to do in the next sprint.
Yeah, I'm going to try and finish it.
Awesome. Well, you can tell me if it was worth it after I download it. If it's free, I don't mind that much.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. So you enjoyed that. I hope everybody in the comments enjoys themselves. I'm going to mark. I think I marked where we're up to in the comments. So let's do this last sprint, and we'll see you in 30 minutes.
Bye.
Oh, that's it.
Hello.
It's gone by so quickly, hasn't it? I can't believe it didn't
Yeah,
freeze.
it has gone quick.
Although it is late, so that explains how tired I feel. But yeah, that was good. I've got to a sticky bit, so I'm glad that it finished in a way because I need to come back with fresh eyes. Look at this.
No.
But yeah, it's been
You
good.
got some done.
Yeah, I did. I'm a little bit behind. I've been trying to edit 10 or 20 pages a day, depending on how much time I've got. And because I've been doing some stuff with Kev and some like a few other things, I've just like got slightly behind. So I need to claw it back over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
But
You'll catch up, I'm sure.
I will, hopefully. I'm at MCM Comic Con this weekend, so
Oh yeah, of
one
course.
of my
Yeah.
brothers, but he's not actually there. So on the evenings, I should be able to get quite a bit done. Like no distractions at home. We'll just be there. And on the train and stuff, I'm hoping I'll be able to do a bit because Kevin and Nathan normally go wandering down the train, so I can sit and write for an hour. So
yeah.
I'm hoping by the end of the weekend I should have caught up because I really need
to.
How did it go? Did you finish your story?
Yeah, so I finished Grady's one, so I liked that. Thought it was good. Just something about it felt a bit different to Grady's normal writing, to be honest, but he crammed a lot into the short story, so I think you'd like it. You have to give it a go.
Yeah, I've just downloaded where you send it to your Kindle, but I haven't like retrieved it yet. But yeah, the whole pack was free on Prime, and I've just looked into it, and it says that the Prime, I think it's more limited than Kindle Unlimited, if that makes sense. But like they rotate through some free stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just lucky on that, obviously, that it's like on that offer for now.
Yeah, I think if you've got like a limit and then you just return the books when you want another different book that they've got or something like that. So yeah.
It might be that I do get unlimited eventually. I just wondered whether everything I want to read doesn't seem to be on there.
Yeah, as I say, I've got a free trial at the moment, so I just thought I'd try it out and see. But I found a couple of things on there. And I've just started reading that Roommate is a Vampire. So.
Oh yeah. What do you think of it? Do you like the voice?
Yeah, I've just got 7% in, but yeah, it seems all right so far. So I'm intrigued. I'll let you know.
It's quite good at kind of peeling the layers back and like referring to a lot of vampire mythology. I thought it was fun. I've nearly finished it. I think I've got just the last chapter to read, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Right. Let's see who's in the comments and then we can wrap this up. Yeah, same, Paula. My little boy really likes blankets. So we've got, I'm just having a look, we must have about 6 in the living room at the moment. I am just piled up.
Oh, yeah, that is Halloween.
Yeah, I had a look. I need to check with Kasha if the one I was looking at is the right one. Because it seems to be, I don't think it's out of print, but the paperback and hardback were like really expensive. The Kindle's available though. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's rewarding, isn't it, when you get to do like chat with your friends once you've read.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Asma. Oh, night, Sharon, if we haven't missed you already. Oh, that's kind, Paula. Oh, that does generally take up more of my time than actual reading.
Yeah, I find that. Spend more time deciding than reading.
Yeah, so bad. Like looking at books, like spending time scrolling TV as well, rather than actually watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Let's see. I mean, not surprised. Regularly get distracted by cat videos, especially on TikTok. I seem to have found cat TikTok now, so I keep getting cute kittens and stuff.
It's weird on my TikTok because I must have watched a mismatch of stuff. So I can scroll cat, scroll murder, scroll Taylor Swift.
I get some weird.
It just goes between them three.
I get quite a lot of cult things at the minute because I think I must have slowed down to watch the odd cult video because that's what I'm kind of researching, obviously, for this book. And yeah, I do get some weird things in relation to that where it's like, oh, I see why you're doing this connected algorithm, but no.
Oh no. Scroll, go away.
Yeah, it's quite scary place, TikTok.
Yeah, I keep getting a lot of true crime stuff appear on mine.
Yeah, which can be good, can't it? But sometimes it's not what you're looking for when you're just having a gentle scroll. Faced with true crime.
Yeah.
Right, it's 10:15 for those of us.
No,
it's time to go to bed. thank you. That was so lovely for you to pop on at the last
Oh
minute. I
no,
really look
thanks for
forward to
having
that.
me. I was like, oh, I'm going to do some reading. Oh, Amy's doing sprints.
Yay.
Let's see if I can pop on.
Well, it worked perfectly. I can't remember how
Oh,
many
thank
weeks it
you.
is till we're seeing each other, but let me know if you decide to go to Yelp, because I think it's around. I
Yeah,
don't remember whether we're seeing each other the weekend before or after Yelp. It's one of the two, isn't it?
after, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice if I could see you the weekend before as
I
well.
know. I'll try. I'll see what I can do.
Just, I know what it's like. It's expensive and it's like a big endeavour
Yeah.
to get to London, isn't it? But
Yeah, I'll see. I'll have a little look at the tickets and see if I can work something out.
It's a shame that they haven't asked you to do that. Would have been like a decider, wouldn't it, if they asked you to do a charity?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah,
but there's not as much going on this year, so I think there's a lot of authors that you kind of expect that aren't there. It's quite a slimmed down schedule to go over the 2 days.
Yeah, that would be quite nice though, because at least then, because I haven't been for a few years now, so I didn't go last year. Oh, so I was poorly, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were poorly last year, and then was it virtual the year before?
Yeah, and then it was virtual. Yeah, so
I think there've been 2 years of virtual because I did. What was it 1 year? I don't know.
Must have been. I've lost.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to every one in person that there has been. I have still managed to go to them all, and I did do the one virtual one. I did a workshop. I feel like I'm quite at this point. I just love it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
A few people saying the night in the chat. We'll leave it there. And hopefully Shelley and I will see you soon. I don't know whether I mentioned, but Shelley is on Tales of Point Horror Book Club. If you want to check that out on Instagram, it's great fun if you want to read some point horrors. And hopefully the two of us will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.